Okay, great. Well, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas and a Happy New Year. I know I heard from a bunch of y'all just after we started break, and I know y'all have been really super busy, but I do hope you had a wonderful, wonderful holiday. And I'm very excited about getting back to class. Um, this is a great course this semester, and I want to make sure that we get off to a good start. Okay, so remember when we start our Teams meetings, just go ahead in the chat bar, just say that you are here so that you get credit. I have scheduled 3 Teams meetings for this semester. Like I said last semester, we're going to have 3. One will be in week 6 or 7, depending on what happens with our availability. That one will help us prepare for our final course project. Today, I also wanted to touch base when you look at the very top of our chat bar, an overview of Wolf Den. I am going to share my screen. And let me see if I can't. Okay. Hopefully you can see that I am in my team's table desktop. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the RES 314, that's your course. And this is what pops up. But if you go under the Files tab here, you will see that I've put a couple of documents in here. This is the respiratory refresher for using Wolf Den. And there's also a template for writing a APA paper. I know I don't need to go through that right now with you, but if you feel that you need some refresher on how to navigate through Wolf Den, remember on Mondays by 3 o'clock, I'll post something in news and announcements. It'll be about that upcoming week's assignments. I'm going to try to open them up a little earlier, but by Monday at 3 o'clock, I will post the assignments, small video, and you'll have some readings, lecture video. I'm looking to do some of my own lecture this semester, so I'm going to be incorporating some different videos instead of using YouTube videos, I'm going to be creating some of my own when it's appropriate. You'll have your readings, in which that is what I want to touch base is the pharmacology book. Did you all get the ISBN number and the information about how to order that book or get that book? Because right now we've provided chapter 2 for you this week, but in the upcoming weeks we will be using that cardiopulmonary book. And so I just want to know, is anybody, I know Christy, you and I have talked, has anybody else had any difficulties locating the book or ordering the book? Because the bookstore didn't have it.
I have mine coming from Amazon, so it'll be here probably the beginning of next week.
Okay, very good. It's an excellent book. I've used it before. It will help you prepare for your ACCS exam if you choose to take that exam. And it will help with other MBRC type related exams if you are going to take some. Somebody just left. Hopefully they're okay. If you have any questions, if you have any difficulties with ordering the book or getting the book, just let me know. Next thing on our list is going over the syllabus. The syllabus is available. Hopefully you've had an opportunity to take a look at the syllabus. If not, please do so. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up. Oh, that's the wrong. That's not the one I want to get. But I said I don't have the discussion board up. I mean the Wolf Den up. Take a look at the syllabus. It should flow like the other courses that you've already had. It's going to give you a breakdown of your grading, which will be very similar to what we've done in the past. It will tell you a week-to-week breakdown of what we're going to be doing, the course learning outcomes, the student learning outcomes week by week. It will talk about your assignments. Of course, each week you're going to have your reading, you're going to have some lecture video, you have your discussion posts, which are going to be due on Thursday night by 11:55 p.m. I'm asking for a 200-word minimum. Use citations when appropriate, give credit when it's due. And the reason for the 200-word is making sure people give a little bit of thought to what they're putting or actually publishing when you put your discussion post out there. For the responses, I'm asking for 100 words. The reason for that is some people will just write good post, thanks, and move on. We really want to get a dialogue. Typically, it'll be two responses by Sunday night, 11:55 p.m. And if you want to respond to more than 2 students or you want to respond 3 or 4 different, you don't have to make it 100 words each time. I'm just looking for a minimum involvement in the discussion posts. I already saw at least 4 or 5 of y'all are posted. I posted today. I did something on cystic fibrosis, on congestive heart failure for this week. But remember, Thursday night by 11:55, you can post earlier. And as soon as you post, you can also do the responses. You don't have to wait until Sunday night to do the responses, as long as somebody else has already posted. Can I admit, Heather? Some weeks
I'm back in. Yay, thank you.
No problem. Welcome back. We're going to also have some quizzes. It'll be on the readings. It'll be on videos that are posted. They'll be like the quizzes that we've had in the past, multiple choice. And then your activity papers. Your activity papers will be due on Sunday by 11:55 p.m. I am giving feedback. I don't know. I looked, and I know some people are looking at the feedback. Just letting you know it's there. If you would like to see what I'm thinking and saying about what you're writing, maybe some suggestions, because remember, all of your modules 1 through 7, they all work together towards your final course project. Let's see. Everybody, if you want to take a look at the video for a refresher on Wolf Den, but remember, check your email. Make sure you know how to access your courses, know how to get to your syllabus, and know how to look at your course assignments. Y'all are really, really good with regards to using Turnitin. If you have an issue with working with Turnitin, let me know. I'll help you. But I'm going to post another video that I did actually with Brian last semester. I'll post that as a refresher too for Turnitin. But if you can't upload your document to Turnitin, then save it as a Word document, send it to me, to my email address, and I'll be glad to accept it that way. Just let me know so I make sure that it doesn't get lost in the mix of all the emails that we get. Let's see, what else was there to talk about today? We did the book. We talked about making sure you went over the syllabus, making sure we did a refresher for Wolf Den. That video is available. Make sure that we're using Turnitin. And let's see, what else was on my list up here? Oh, for the Teams meetings, I know you're all busy. That's why I want to keep this short and sweet. I appreciate you all getting together so quickly. If you can't attend, that's okay. I'm looking for at least 2 out of the 3, if possible. If I have to hold a separate or an additional meeting, I will. The reason being is I want to make sure that we stay in contact. First, in the beginning of the semester, definitely I'd like to make sure that you try to get in that week 6 or week 7 so that we make sure that you are prepared to complete that final course project. If you can't attend, all I'm asking you to do is to watch the video and do a one paragraph summary. Answer some of the questions. Yeah, you know, Professor Allen, I fully understood what you were talking about. I'm good with Wolf Den. I'm good with my email. I do have some issues with Turnitin. Can you help me? Perfect. That's all I'm looking. That just shows that you did participate in that communication, because for me, when I was an online student, that was my biggest hurdle. Communicating with the instructor. Actually, what does the instructor want? Do I have an understanding of what they want? Am I submitting what they want? And am I wasting time? Because I know you're really busy. And if you look at each week, each module, when you open up the assignment overview, or even in my news and announcements, many times it'll tell you how many hours this module should take you in preparation. Why do I bring that up? Had a student yesterday, they spent almost 4.5, 5 hours just doing readings. I would never assign 4.5 or 5 hours worth of readings. They were reading so much more material than was necessary. And when we talked about it, it was down to the 2 hours tops that was required. So please take a look at that. If your reading should not be more than 2-3 hours total, that's with the lecture videos, all of that combined. Sometimes that's even incorporating your study time for that part. Your discussion post, 3 to 4 hours max. Your prep, your posting, and then responding to other students. You probably are doing it in less time, I'm hoping. Okay. Hopefully by this point too, you're seeing that your discussion posts lend themselves many times to your activity paper. And so you'll be able to use the material you're using for your activity paper into your post, or the stuff that you've done in your post in the activity paper. The other thing too, many times your fellow classmates, when they put a discussion post out there, it's on a topic that's very similar to what is the requirement for the activity paper. And in their discussion post, what are they putting at the very bottom? A reference, something they're citing. So if you want to find out something about a particular topic, and I know, Heather, you're doing a particular topic, you posted on something, I can use your reference. I can look it up and I can read it. So it cuts down on the time and we can share these resources. Trying to have about a 4 or 5 day turnaround time on activity papers. Same thing with discussion posts, but we'll see what happens for your grading. Let's see. Oh, and the very last thing. This is something that Dr. Allewine clarified with me over the break, actually when we came back after January 3rd. In RES 310, the final course project, you do a summative project for that course. That was my understanding. You pull all the weeks together, you submit a summative project. And I've been doing that for each of the courses that I've taught. Dr. Allewine teaches RES 410, your capstone for your course, for your program. Dr. Allewine wants you to be thinking in terms of, especially which I'm doing now for this RES 310 course I'm teaching this semester. In module 7 and 7.5, the students are having to think about and declare a topic for their capstone project. So if it's a particular thing, an area of interest that you have, and I'm going to post something for you just to review that Dr. Allewine gave me that kind of ties in all the courses. And I want you to be thinking about it. It's not due. I'm not going to make it an assignment. But when you get to the point of taking RES 410 for Dr. Allewine, he's wanting you to have already been thinking about your capstone project, incorporating it as you can in each of the courses that you take, so that when you do your final capstone project, you're taking bits and pieces from each of the courses for your final course or final program capstone project. Is that making some sense? Yes? No? I'm going to send you the document that Dr. Allewine gave me, and it pulls all of the courses together from 310, 312, 314, 330, 331, 333, 401, 402, 403, and then 410 is his course, the capstone. He wants you to have been thinking about what you want to focus your particular capstone project on. Like some of y'all have been working in pediatrics, you know, working in a children's hospital. There might be a focal point that you want to do there. Some of y'all are in management. You might have a focal point where you want to talk about something with regards to management or with your staff members. Some might be working with regards to pulmonary functions. You know, whatever it is, you can kind of think about, how am I going to incorporate my chosen topic for my capstone project that's going to help me at work, grow at work in the particular area that you want. And you'll declare that, I shouldn't say declare, the RES 310 group, this new cohort, they're going to declare it with me. I'm actually incorporating it as a quiz assignment to make sure that we cover it. But for y'all, I want you to be thinking about it. If you have more questions after I give you the document that Dr. Allewine gave me, let me know. I'll be glad to do it, and we'll work it through this semester. Does anybody have any questions with regards to that capstone project, RES 410? Okay. Anybody have any questions about RES 314? No? Okay, great. We know we need the book. Have you been able to open the resources that are available for this week? Excellent. Let's see. I've seen that many of y'all have already done the discussion posts. My cell phone number is still the same. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all too. I went ahead and took the ACCS over the break, and long time since I took a 170 question test. I mean, but excellent test. It was really kind of got into it, and I'm letting you know for certain, 100% certainty, because I've done it now. I've got all my resources. We're covering it all. In this program, I'm covering it. I know it's in the program, but I'm personally, thank you. I know that it's here. So I want you to be thinking, another credential, it isn't very hard. We're covering the information that's necessary. And I haven't made many proclamations or declarations like this. We're covering it. So this is some area that if you choose to want to do this, that's great. I'm next. I'm going to go ahead and do the sleep. I'm sitting for the sleep in 4 weeks, the sleep specialty exam. So I only have one more left, the RPFT. So that'll be the next one. That'll be my favorite. But Wanted to let you know that, and if you need any of the resources, you let me know. I'll be glad to help you with that. And again, tell me what's going on in your lives real quick. Some of y'all have been really working a ton. How are things going? Jody, how are things for you?
Everything's excellent going on here. Of course, I'm in class right now. I got cadets actually taking the quiz right now, and then immediately after that, of course, I work at the hospital, so I'm still covering down on 2 jobs and taking care of the family. And had a great Christmas, great New Year's, and it's good to see you all again.
Wonderful. Okay, so somebody else want to volunteer? I won't pick on anybody.
Yeah, it's very busy here where I'm at, and our staffing is very tight. So our world is definitely COVID right now.
Adding to that, Christy, I want to extend this to everybody. We have a whole group of resources here. And if you need something, if there's something going on, we can collaboratively work on it. I know in the last cohort that just graduated, when we hit the beginning of this pandemic, we were sharing things all together and learning from each other on how we're caring for these patients in the COVID units. So it doesn't have to only be COVID related. It could be something else related to respiratory care. Use your resources. We're coming from all over the state. This new cohort is coming from several states this year. And again, if you get bogged down, you get overworked, and you're getting stressed, talk to me. Okay? Do not wait. I understand I will work with you. The big thing here is for us to stay in communication and work on how you can get things submitted in as quickly as you can.
Appreciate that.
What was that, Christy?
I said I appreciate that.
Oh, no worries. I really do appreciate what y'all are doing out there. I know it's hard. Who's up?
We've actually lost a couple people also on night shift. So we are down to the very, very tight graveyard shift people, and we're having to pick up a lot. I was just talking to Joyce earlier today. I have like 93 hours on this paycheck.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it's been really rough. So I apologize. I was trying to rest some today. So
You're good. We're going to that's why we want to keep it very concise, very direct, and so you guys can do what you need to do.
Yeah. It's been a different COVID, that's for sure.
I can't wait for this stuff to be something we talk about that happened in the past.
Agreed.
And it will. It will. Joyce or Joanna?
I got my first vaccine last night. I had to hold off for a few weeks because my husband contracted COVID in December. And I just wanted to make sure I didn't have any antibodies for that. Other than that, switched nights recently and everything's going well. I just woke up, so I'm not super here right now. But yeah, everything's good.
Fully understand. Hope your husband did well. Is he doing okay?
He did fine. He lost his sense of taste and smell, had cold symptoms for a few days. So he got off very lucky, and actually he's giving convalescent plasma today.
Two of my children were COVID positive over the break, and they're fine. One was very quick, some back pain, lost her taste, something like almost like a sulfur, she said, for a lingering sulfur kind of thing, taste. And the other one didn't miss anything. Just kept on going. But it definitely affects different people different ways.
Yeah, this virus is pretty crazy. I'm glad they're okay.
Oh, I agree 100%. And Joyce, are you there? Maybe you want to share? How was your break?
That was good. Just like Joanna, I finished orientation, so I'm switching to nights, kind of getting adapted to that. Spent a lot of time in PICU lately and seeing the effects of that. We've gotten some adult patients recently in there because of the overflow with the neighboring hospitals near us for MUSC. And today I'm going to get about like 5 o'clock, my second round of the COVID shot for the vaccination. So, yeah.
Well, I'm so happy to hear. Hopefully y'all are getting, talking about the COVID vaccine, hopefully you've been vaccinated. You're staying safe. Communicate with me. And the other thing too, this group, like many of the students I've had in the past, you guys are definitely special. You like to definitely submit your very best work. Realize that you can only do so much. Okay? Mondays, make sure you just see what the week's work is, what the readings are. Organize yourself so you don't have to carve out this huge block. Maybe it's some articles you can download on your phone that you can read or watch videos at work when you're having a break. And then carve out a little bit of time on Wednesday to do a quick discussion post on something that you want to do. And then for your activity paper, if you've submitted work to me already, which you have, and I've given you feedback, you know how the paper is going to be formatted. Take that and use that as a template. You don't have to recreate it every time. So your title page is the same. Your running ahead is the same. Your intro, it's the same. You're just putting new words in there, or a theme for that. The words are going to be very similar, but it's the theme that you're going to be changing for your intro. And then make sure for your activity paper, if you have 2 or 3 questions to answer for the activity paper, make sure you have like 1 paragraph for each one of those activity questions, answering them. And then if it says 2 or 3 resources, well, 1 resource for each question. And then your reference page is already formatted. You've already had it in the past. Put your new references down. Remember, use citefast.com. And then guess what? Yeah. Submit it. Submit the work. Don't wait. Don't let it build up on you. Okay? Hey, Professor Allen, this is not my best work, but I am swamped. Okay, no problem. And then many times hey, if you'd like to resubmit later on, you missed it over here, resubmit, and I'll give you credit. Just work with me. If you need to try to organize your time a little bit more effectively so you don't feel overstressed, let me know. And welcome. I'm glad to have you guys back. I have you for 314 this first 7 weeks, and then I have you for RES, I think the next 7 weeks when we start in March. You have RES 330 then, right? I believe so. So that's excellent. So welcome. Stay safe. Keep me in the loop. If there's anything I can do to help, I'm here. And I just hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you in Wolf Den. All right.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Have a great day, guys.
All right. Bye-bye. Y'all
Bye-bye.
stay safe.
Bye, y'all. Take care. Thanks, sir.
Bye.
Take
Thank
care.
you.